Hello, everyone. Hello. We're going to let this notification go out. Let me turn my volume down. We're going to let the notification go out. And then we're going to start this evening's discussion. As you guys are watching the replay later, I hope that you've been with me through these past 2 days and into this third day. Thank you very much if you're new to the channel and this is the first time that you have found me, and thank you very much for watching these live discussions. I really do appreciate it. And please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. If you're what I call a frequent flyer on this wild ride that we call Heart of Inspiration, thank you for coming back. Okay, we're just going to let this go out just a little bit more so that we can begin here shortly. Just going to let it go out a little bit. I'm actually going to put my website over here and then we're going to get started. I hope that this notification does actually get out. Sometimes I wonder. All right, we're going to get started. I'm going to go on and get started with the teaching. And as people come in, that's fine. We'll catch everybody up. So as this title says, this is the third in the three-part series that we've done. Hello, Lee. How are you, dear? This is the last of the three-part series. We talked in the first part about healing, about the why. How do we get into these toxic relationships? We talked yesterday, part 2 is the ties that bind, right? How do we get intertwined? You know, there's the injury, there's the emotional trauma, there's the feelings of not enough and all those things, and a lot of cases abuse that has gone on in the household. Hello, Neek. And hello, Raina. And there's all these things that have happened in the household. We talked about that, and we talked about how that creates cords that then end up in actuality allowing us to get all wrapped up into these individuals. But you guys know I never leave you just wounded and hanging out and bleeding in the street, so to speak. I always bring it back around to how are we going to heal from this. So I think the first part of healing is realizing and recognizing that we have areas that need to be healed. Identifying the trauma, the injury, identifying the holes within, identifying the areas of weakness, if you will, the chinks in the armor, and being able to speak them. And Neek, yes, yesterday was very deep and it was cathartic as well. You called it refreshing. It was definitely cathartic. What cannot be spoken, Iyanla Van Zandt says this all the time. What cannot be spoken cannot be healed. What cannot be spoken cannot be healed. So we have to grow to the point where we can finally speak out, even if it's the surface, even if it's, and when I say the surface, I mean what's happened to us in the present moment. even if it is just that, at the very least, then if that's all that we can do, that's all that we can do. Okay, Raina. If that's all that we can do, that's all that we can do. Right? So, even speaking what's happening to us in that moment, in the current time frame, once we can at least acknowledge that and speak that out, then we can go on and begin the process of healing that initial wound, healing this surface wound, and then, hello Tawanda, and then beneath it, start peeling back the onion and to see, where did this come from? Why do I allow this to happen in my life? Why do I allow people to do this? How? Why? Why do I do that? And it takes time, guys. I said this yesterday. It takes time to heal these wounds. You can do them on a kind of a faster track, but you really need to be ready for it, because you are literally letting go of an entire storyline about yourself. When you are restructuring your narrative, you are literally rewriting your entire life story, or at least changing the character to the point that that character does not continually go through the same things you've been through before. So let me explain that a little bit deeper, because that's a concept I think that we don't talk enough about, or I mentioned change the narrative, change the narrative, change the narrative. Well, what the heck do you mean, Miss Lisa, about change the flipping narrative? What I mean about that is this. So, I mean, I'm sure all of us have read books, and all of us, perhaps some of us have read Shakespearean plays or whatnot. I remember one of the classics, hello Cassandra, that I read back when was The Tale of Two Cities, right? Or, whatnot. And, there's usually a main character in that book, and that you'll see the progression of this main character, right? They start out and you see things may happen to them, or they're in this, maybe their life starts out great, then all of a sudden it starts unraveling, and then they learn somewhere in the middle of the book that their life is not truly anything about what they thought their life was about. But hopefully by the end of the book, they come to a recognition that they can change their life. They no longer have to be that person, that character they started being at the beginning. Hello, Triple G. So when I say change the narrative, I mean rewrite your story from today forward. Look back on the past chapters and turn pages slowly if you need to. Sometimes you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to get through this one real fast. But turn back those pages in your life and say, okay, wait a minute. I got told not only by this current person, but by the person before this one that I was nothing. And I stuck in that relationship for gosh knows how long. And wait a minute, I'm going to go back a little bit further, and then this one. And then this friend did me wrong, and I still kept them around. And then this one, and then this one, and then this one. And you eventually get back to your parents, potentially. And you start realizing what your position was in the family, like we talked about last night. And then the dawning of the realization as you get down to the root of the why you are right now. But as you're rewriting your book, guess what? You are now the author of your story. You get to rewrite it. You get to say, I'm not going to get used and abused by anyone anymore. You get to say, I am enough. My feelings do matter. My emotions do matter. What I desire does matter. You get to say that now, where you didn't have a voice before. Hello, Miss Tawanda. Oh, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. You get to rewrite the story. You get to say now, I'm not fearful. Here's a good one, guys. I don't need to sexualize myself in order to be wanted, needed, or desired. In order to be in a relationship with someone, I don't need to sexualize myself. Yes, you are a celestial earth goddess. How beautiful is that? When you own yourself enough, and you believe in yourself enough, and you love yourself enough, that you know you don't need to sexualize yourself. That the first thing you have to offer to a man or to a woman is not your body. Because when we don't value our bodies, when we don't value ourselves, we don't value our bodies, we give too much, we give too often. So healing to be whole means you really are going to have to dig up a whole lot of crap. You really are going to have to dig up a whole lot of stuff. And you really are going to have to look in that mirror and say, what has this story that has been written? Who is this character? And do I even want to be him or her? You get to decide what this character does from here forward. You get to decide to be abundant. You get to decide to be in love with yourself. You get to decide to be peaceful. You get to decide to have the career that you want. You get to decide to have the life purpose you want. You get to decide to have certain people in your life and to what degree they're going to be in your life. That is the beautiful thing. We are meant to be creators. That's who we were designed to be, is creators. So create. So now create your life. But in order to fix your life, you are going to have to look at what's broken. And you're going to have to learn to look at what's broken, not from a place of shame and guilt or anger or fear, but look at what's broken in the context that it just is. There's no need for shame. There's no need for guilt. There's no need for fear. All of those things that Mr. R. Kelly allegedly did. Allegedly. Is this backwards to y'all, by the way? Because I'm sure looking at it. Allegedly. Broke those young women. Broke those young girls. They became what he made them into. Who has molded you and made you become what they wanted you to be? Who has molded you and made you become who you are today? And is that person that you are today who you really wish to be and who you were brought here to be? See, that's healing. To be whole takes you into the realm of being at peace, nothing missing, nothing broken. Takes you into that realm. It opens up your eyes to possibilities. You need to have the purpose of why you are going to heal. There has to be an intention. You have to intend to let all that past crap go. You know, we go around here and we watch. I put another video up, and I've got some more readings up. And I know most y'all came here because of the readings and things like that. And I don't mind doing that, because it serves a purpose. But there's so many people that run around and get this from this person and this from this person, and they're always looking for an answer outside themselves. This is why we're doing that 7-day meditation challenge. If you couldn't join me this morning, day 1 is up. I'll be up tomorrow morning. Because when you sit with yourselves, guys, see, remember, we got into all of this because we weren't happy with who we were, and we wanted to fix somebody outside of ourselves, because it's easier as an empath, as a healer, to fix somebody outside ourselves than it is to just look at ourselves and fix ourselves. It's much more comfortable to do that. It's much more comfortable to look outside and say, this person is broken, and they don't even have to be the narcissist. They don't have to be the abuser. It's much more comfortable to look out there and say, oh, you need fixing. Let me help. And sometimes it turns to being shady. Be like, honey, they need to fix this, they need to fix that, they need to do this, they need to do that. And you're not looking at yourself. You're not looking at yourself. We have to be ready when it's time to heal, to be whole. We have to be prepared to take accountability for how we got in this place. We have to own our own stuff. Because while we didn't come here saying we're not enough and we're not this and we're not that, we weren't born saying, I'm going to use my sexuality in order to get a man, because that's all really a man wants. And if a man, says I'm pretty or whatnot, if I don't sleep with him within the first 3 dates, he's going to go on and go somewhere else, and I can't be without a man. I'm talking to my women now. For my men, it could be, oh, she really loves me. She's doing this for me. She's doing that for me. Never mind the fact on either side, doesn't matter. Never mind the fact that they're tearing me down with their mouth, but they're trying to build me up with something else. Run tell that. This is the truth. You got to look at the truth of the situation and how you got here. You have to look at the truth about, why don't I speak up for myself? First of all, say I don't speak up for myself. First of all. That's first things first. I don't speak up for myself. Once you say I don't speak up for myself, then you can start asking why. Why don't I speak up for myself? Why don't I take control of my life? Why do I let other people run me, keep me tied up and not able to be with my family and be with my friends? Why is everything about everybody else and not about me? Because look, that's the flip side of it, right? Everything has always been, hello, Miss Townsend. Everything has always been about other people, so much that we literally make everything about other people. We literally put our brokenness off on other people. So again, while we started out, we didn't start out broken. We didn't ask to have these things happen to us. We didn't ask to have these people say these things to us. But when you know better, then do better. This might not be the flowery, nicely, you know, nicey conversation, but this is the conversation I need to have with you. This is the tough love I need to have with you, because I'm wanting to get you to the point where you stand up in your truth and you say, I am enough. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. Yes, I am caring, but I am not anybody's doormat. I am not anybody's punching bag. I am not anybody's sexual toy. I am not anybody's slave. When are you going to decide to say, I am? What you say you are, and not what everybody else says that you are. That is the first, you admit there's a problem, right? When you addictions, you got to admit there's a problem first. And then you got to deal with the problem. This video might not get a whole lot of likes, might not get a whole lot of views. People probably going to click off pretty quick. But those that are here are going to get the concept finally. Get the concept, and I don't mean finally, but get this in your head, beloveds. Nobody can heal you. I can't wave. Oh, I got my fairy wand here too. For those of y'all that ain't seen my fairy wand before, here she is. I can't wave her. I can't wave this wand around and say bippity boppity boo. And you got your healing, poof. I used to be able to wiggle my nose. I can't a little bit. Wiggle my nose like Bewitched. I can't wiggle my nose and do it. Right? I can't do the swirl here, bippity boppity boo, and do it. I can't do that. You got to put in the work. You have to decide that you are worthy of your healing. You have to finally decide that you are ready to be whole and stop being broken. You have to decide that for yourself. Nobody else can do that for yourself but you. So if you want to sit here and talk about everything that's happened, and I'm not invalidating any of that. Believe me, I'm not. I'm not invalidating any of it, beloveds. I don't invalidate anything that happened to me. I don't invalidate anything that happened to my mother, that happened to my aunties, that happened to my friends. I don't invalidate any of that. Or you. But after you are cathartic and you get it up off of you, after you speak it out and release it, now what are we going to do about it? And stop kidding yourself. Yes, Miss Townsend. Y'all, it took me 40 some odd years. I mean, I had done some healing. And I had done some more healing and some more healing. And I'm in my mid-40s thinking it's all good in the neighborhood. I thought it was good. I thought I was over my daddy issues. I thought it was over everything. Thank you, Miss Lisa. People come to me. Yeah? They find this channel for various reasons, but the main reason, and I've come to realize this, one of the main reasons they come is for healing. And there were some people that started out early, right, with me, and they haven't stuck around, and that makes me sad, because you'll come to the prophetess, you'll come to the shaman, you'll come to the healer, you'll come to us, and you'll want us to say and do something that is going to magically take it all away. And while I can help channel love energy to ease your pain at the moment, give you some anesthesia, if you will. That's probably a real good analogy. While I can give you Right. Tawanda says, I realized that although I consciously dealt with my issues, my inner child wasn't over it. That's the deep. Yes. And that's where I was. I had dealt with a whole bunch of stuff. But that little girl was still hurt. She was still hurt. Still looking for her daddy. But this is the thing, y'all. Coming to the healer, right? There's a lot I can do. There's a lot I can help you do. I don't do anything. I don't physically heal you. I can give you the anesthesia to ease your pain for the moment. And a lot of times for a long moment. But the anesthesia is being administered to you so that the surgery can happen. But you got to sign off. You got to sign off and give Creator, give Spirit, give the great I am, the universe, God, Allah, whatever name. The name is not the importance to me. You got to sign off and say, I'm willing to go through the surgery. Otherwise, what happens when you come to me or another healer or another healer or another healer is you keep getting put under, and I can't keep you under for forever, right? So you got to come up out of it. I can't numb the pain forever. And I'm not myself, right? The administering and the channeling, the love, it numbs that pain. And that's what we end up going through. It's like a false healing. There's some false healings. And then there's some, then you get the true healings, right? So you heal layers. The healing to be whole is you got the puzzle pieces. I should have brought a puzzle out here. You got the puzzle pieces, and maybe your border, you know how you make a puzzle and you put the border out there and you get the border ready. You put all the border pieces out and you fit them all together. And then you take the next row. Or maybe you take one section over here because you found a whole bunch of pieces on that puzzle that look like the box in this corner down here. And you say, oh, okay, we can build this corner out. So you build out that corner. And then you might see some more pieces that fit up in the upper corner over here. So you build this corner out. Now, mind you, you got gaping holes. That puzzle ain't put together yet. But you got your outside, and then you do the next, and then you do the next. Bit by bit, so you get little, right? But sometimes you put some pieces together, and you think they really going to go together, and they go in a certain spot, and then you realize as you're putting everything together, oh, that doesn't even belong there. See, that was a little bit of a false healing. It was an okay healing, but you put a little couple pieces together here, but they really didn't belong where it was. So now I got to move it over here. You see, now you could get to a point, if y'all ever built like a puzzle, like 300, 400, 500 pieces, you get to the point where it's almost like you can tell with those puzzle pieces. You could tell with those puzzle pieces that you know what the picture looks like, because it looks a whole lot like that what's on the box. But you still got a hole here and a hole there and a hole here. And some of us take the picture as it is and we're just like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm tired of putting this here puzzle together. And you're like, you know what? It's basically here. I'm good. That's what we do. We basically got most of the puzzle together. And it's real dressed up real nice. And the border, the outside, your clothes are real nice. And your face is made up. And your hair is done. And all that kind of good stuff. And the outside looks real good. And most of the layers on the inside. But there are them chunks. There are them holes. That's your inner child. The deep healing that still needs to be put together. But we walk away from it because we have to, because you get tired of putting this puzzle together. And your mind is tired. You're like, oh, I can't do it anymore, right? And so we walk away from it. The key is, are you going to come back to it, or are you just going to leave it like it is? And what I'm challenging you to do in this video is make the decision that you're going to finish putting the rest of it together. Make the decision that you're going to heal to be whole. Make the decision that even if you're still in the situation, even if you are still in the relationship, okay? Even if you're still in it, even if you're still in it, that you're going to find the strength to pick up them other pieces and put them where they belong. Because if you're willing to pick up those pieces and put them where they belong, I will tell you, I've seen it so often. I will tell you that your situation has no choice but to get better. Triple G said here, I saw that it took you a long time, but you finally understand that you have to save yourself because no one is coming to save me. Well, I can close up shop right now. We done. That's right. And yes, Lisa, we walk away frustrated because we're like, God dang it. Now I got these pieces sitting over here. But you know what? This picture is pretty darn good. It looks good. I got most of it done. I can't figure out what that is. A funny looking piece sitting over there. I don't know where that goes. Oh, that was the I really love myself piece. And there's another funny looking piece over there. Oh, that was the piece that says I am more than enough. I'm enough. Oh, and that piece over there, that real crazy shaped piece over there, that's the one that says, I can be by myself, baby, and be happy, 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 and fulfilled. And that's usually the last piece we don't want to put in. I can be by myself and be happy and fulfilled. I do not need anyone else to fulfill me. Because until you get to the point where you understand that you do not need anyone else to fulfill you, you will always get into relationships that you are seeking validation, that you are seeking completion, that you are seeking to be loved because you do not love yourself. Don't even belong in this box. It belongs to another puzzle. Honey, yeah. You know what? There are some of those. Now, see, I know, Lisa, you done put together puzzles. Because sometimes you will be like, this don't even. I'm trying to fit this here thing in this puzzle, and this ain't even right. This belongs to the puzzle that's over there. You know what that is? That's taking on other people's ideas about you and you not having your own about yourself. That's taking other people's crap, other people's narrative storyline about you and putting it in to your puzzle. And that's really what we've done. Lisa, thank you. That really opened up a whole teaching right here. We had a border that we came here with, and everybody else been putting pieces in our darn puzzle. And they don't match the picture on the box. And they keep trying to force it on us. Or they have forced it on us. And all of a sudden we looked at our puzzle and we like, I don't know what these pieces are. They don't fit. It doesn't fit. And you all are here right now because you're a little uncomfortable. Everybody comes, when people come, they get a little uncomfortable. Because let me tell you something, awakening is uncomfortable. Coming to know yourself is uncomfortable. Because it's not the status quo and you are not following the construct, the program that's been put up here. Your true self says, this ain't my program. This ain't what I came here for. This ain't about me. It's about them over there and them over there. And it ain't got nothing to do with me. So when you start to just go through this awakening process, it's like, wait a minute, I don't want that. It's like these clothes, they're not my clothes. This person. You look at the person you've become and you're like, how the heck did I get here? And I got to get out. I can't do this no more. So you start taking out them other puzzle pieces from everybody else, and you putting in the new ones. You putting in the ones, right? But I'm telling you, we build the outside. And until you're ready to get down in the inside, that's when you get healing. That's when you get whole. That's when you get to the point where you will not get into a relationship with another unavailable emotionally or physically unavailable man. Hello? Hello? Or woman. You will stop being the doormat. So what does this look like? How do we start? You're like, Lisa, you're saying a whole lot of stuff. You're saying a whole lot. Well, I already actually started telling you, laying out the very simplistic blueprint. First of all, you need to see what it is. See yourself. See yourself in the situation. It is what it is. Do not see it with guilt. Do not see it with shame. Do not see it with, why did I ever love this person? Don't see it with those eyes, that perspective. It is what it is. If you knew better, you'd have done better. If you knew better, you would have done better. So don't see it like that, because that's not how it is. It is just what it is. When you can see it with that level of objectivity, then you can say, okay, I'm in this relationship. Why? What is this really serving me? Well, because I don't want to be alone. Okay, well, that's not a good reason. So do I need to have the defense mechanism that I cannot be alone? I don't want to be not in a relationship with somebody. Can I let that go? And if you can't let that go, why can't I let that go? And start going back. Start going back through the chapters. You're going to skip a few because they're not going to be important. But go back through the chapters. Why don't I feel like I can be alone? You do have to go through some of this, yes. So that is very important to remember. Nothing happens to you, it happens for you. Take your power back. Nothing has happened to you. It has happened for you. It has happened for you. Get the lesson out of it. Get the lesson so you don't have to repeat it. And people that ain't gone through nothing don't understand nothing. I mean, I used to say that all the time about different people that are in ministry. If they ain't been through nothing, I can't learn nothing from them. Because you have to come through the storm to appreciate the sun. You got to come through that storm, baby, in order to appreciate the sun. So it didn't happen to you. It happened for you. So now, why? Keep asking yourself why until you get to the root of it. And I can guarantee you, while you're trying to figure out why it is you can't be alone, if you're ready to even admit that to yourself, once you figure that out, then we go to the next thing. Because I'm telling you, why I can't be alone is going to be multi-layered. Multi-layered. But at the very core of wholeness, beloveds, is I love myself. I am enough. I am complete. I am complete. I have everything that I need within myself to be full of joy and have a wonderful life. So when a person comes along to be a partner, and if that person is coming along going, I want to feed on you, I want to feed on you, I want to feed on you, I'm needy, I'm needy, I'm needy, I'm broken, I'm broken, I'm broken. You'll look at that person and be like, oh gosh. I'm not taking on that science project today. Not today. I'm not going to get myself entwined in it. If you really need some help, I'm going to be here to help you. But I'm not, man, look. I do not have the time nor the energy to take on your project. You should have come to me worked on. Ready to go. Now, but at any point in time where it becomes the fact that let me tell you something. When a man tells me I need you in a icky kind of way, it's icky to me now. When a man tells me, you complete me, because I'm going to tell you that's kind of what the Pisces was saying. You complete me. And at first I thought, well, maybe it's okay. Because he's pretty spiritual. He's pretty enlightened. Maybe he just means I'm his partner. Like, this is great. We can do things together. But then the behavior started that I realized it wasn't that at all. And then he got scared of the fact that I was who I was. Baby, I ain't got time for that. Come on now, bye. Bye. I don't want to complete anybody else. I want you to be complete when you come to me. As complete as you possibly can. Because I'm going to present myself as complete as I possibly can. Triple G said, I'm grateful for all those people who kicked me because they thought I was like this little kitten because they helped me find out I'm alive. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yes. Yes, lioness. Oh, yeah, he got scared. Yeah, he got scared. But I'm going to tell you something. And I'm not bragging. I'm just talking. Now, 2 years ago, I would have been running after him. Oh, I didn't mean to frighten you. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'll dial back where I'm at. I won't come out and say, right, Tawanda? I'm not going to come and say, how much I care for you or, whatnot. I'll keep my feelings to myself. I'll put you and your feelings and your fear ahead of me. I'm not this time. Dear Pisces, this all. This is what we're going to do today. I love you dearly. Love you dearly. Really and truly do. Honestly, if he were whole and healed and ready to be presented and whole and healed enough to be with me, we would be perfect for each other. And I know we would. But he's not. I love you dearly. And I do believe you love me. But if you're not ready to step up to the plate, baby, then I need you to release me. I need you to not be coming in and out of my life once a year for 5 years. Skipped a year or two in there when I was married. But about once a year for maybe twice. I can't keep giving you the excuse of you need to get ready. So I need you to release me. Let me go. Stop pulling on me energetically. Stop pulling me back in. Let me go. It took him 2-3 weeks to get back to me, but he finally did release me. And then he said, well, I hope you find the true love that you're looking for. Baby, I wasn't looking for nothing when I wasn't looking for this. Men, my point to this is this. I'm in a position now where I'm self-partnered. So whether or not you, sir, are ready for me or not, I'm ready for me. And guess what? I ain't crying. I ain't whining. I'm not tearing up. I'm not wondering what I can do, what's going to happen. Right? I'm not Lenny. Some of y'all know about Lenny. Some of y'all know about Lenny. And I'm not talking about Lenny Kravitz. Lenny whined and cried and whined and cried over that woman. Oh, man, I'm going to have to find it. I'm going to have to find that song. I cried. Oh, man. I've never liked that term, you complete me. Lee says, I'm not trying to complete someone. Yes, I'm complete without you. Yes, Lee. You better be complete without me. We better be two complete people coming together. Yes, Queen. Yes. Oh, now I got to remember what that song was. I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out. And I'm going to put it in the comment section in this video. I'm going to find out, y'all. I never know the name of the darn song, but it's just Lenny is crying. I cried. Oh, man, I got to find that song now, child. No, it wasn't no Lenny Kravitz, y'all. This is some old school. If Steph was on here, she'd be able to tell me. She'd know exactly what I was talking about. But I'm going to find that song. And I'm going to put the name of it in the comment section. That child whined and cried over that woman. Don't sit here and whine and cry over people. Because I love you. Thank you, Cassandra. Yes. Thank you. See, I knew my old school. See, that's my old school girls. My old school. Y'all young girls don't know. Let me tell you. Some of y'all new school girls don't know. Y'all want to listen to some music that's going to get you over somebody? Y'all got to get to that old school. You know, we had them, what was that? Was it Shirley that sang this? Was it Shirley Murdoch that sang the song? No, that was As We Lay, and she's the side chick. Lee said she asked her husband, I got to meet your husband. We're going to have us, I'm going to come to New York, and you just find me a dance partner so we can all go dancing together, Lee. Get you a babysitter so we can all go out. Because I think we'd have a real good time. You know, the song where the woman calls the side chick up and, says I'm the wife, I'm the one that bought everything for him. Or the one with the cleanup woman. I'm going to tell y'all something. There's a whole lot of songs out here about, what happens when you're the side chick. But that's hey, Barbara, yes! Okay, that's a whole nother live. That's going to be Friday Night Live, where the theme is going to be the side chick song. The side chick anthems. We're going to talk about being that side. Ooh, Lisa, stop. Allegedly being the side chick. Woman to woman, yes. Well, hello, Arlene. Hello. Yes. But didn't Shirley sing the song about as we lay? And she laying up with somebody else's man? I don't even know why I'm going this way. I don't know why I'm going this way. I don't know why. Let's get back to healing. I'm going to tell you why. Because when we're not whole, we'll get out of one relationship and jump into bed with another one. She sang both of them. I knew Shirley sang that. Shirley was a rough... Let me tell you something. When we're not whole, we don't let our bed cool off long enough before we bring in the next one in now. We jump from one to the next and one to the next and one to the next. Or what we do is we go get the next emotionally unavailable man that probably belongs to someone else. See, when you heal to be whole, when you're healing for the purpose of being whole, and you're healing for the purpose of becoming self-partnered, nothing less will do. Nothing less will do than a whole and healed partner. Or at least a partner that's on their way and putting in their work. Nothing less will do. Because you will value yourself to the point that you realize the queen that you are. And nothing less will do. You will dictate how you are treated. You will dictate how you are dealt with. You will present yourself in such a manner that they have no other recourse, no other choice but to respect you. And you can get to that point, beloveds, while you are still in the relationship that you are in. Because if there's more pros to the relationship than there are cons. Yes, Tawanda, I heard it, child. If there are more pros than there are cons to your current situation, don't just toss it away. If you're in a situation where, we are, again, and this is not if you are getting physically, sexually abused. If it is a very abusive situation, get out. Contact me. I will help you. We will find somewhere for you to go wherever you live. If you're in a narcissistic relationship that is also emotionally abusive as well, and even if, whatever, until you can get out, you start building yourself up pretty darn soon. I'm going to tell you something. That narcissist can't be around you anymore. They can't stand you. They cannot be around you anymore. Because you're so whole and healed, there's nothing left for them to grab onto. And they'll get their little way on out of there. It's like, who is it here? Lisa, honey, I don't know how well you know some of these songs. I don't know how well you know some of these songs, darling. But there's a whole side chick soundtrack. Legit. There's a whole side chick soundtrack going on around him. And if we would have listened to him, I'm going to tell you, some of us is way too old to be going through the mess that we're going through. But anyway, we all get there at some point. Okay? But I do believe that that's a conversation we're going to have. Okay, guys. It has been an hour and now I went on a whole nother rabbit trail. You don't think you've ever been with a narcissist before? Well, even if you haven't been with the narcissist, being abused as a child still gives you that same it still makes you vulnerable to toxic relationships. Makes you vulnerable to toxic relationships. Yes, Tawanda, I would rather be single as well. Cheers. And Raina, it ain't being with the narcissist definitely ain't all it's cracked up to be. Okay, y'all. I was able to get through this in an hour. That's wonderful, y'all. I almost want to come back on live tonight again because now the side chick soundtrack is just rolling around in my brain. Being single is so... Yes, Cassandra, girl, I can't begin to tell you how happy I am. Being single is peaceful. Having the time to work on yourself is invaluable. And you deserve it. You deserve to invest time and energy into yourself. You deserve that. And you're not picking up the science project. Not trying to put somebody else's puzzle together. Baby, I'm putting my puzzle together. You put your puzzle together and then we'll compare puzzles. I can't put yours together and put mine together because what I'm going to end up doing is trying to put some of your pieces over here. And I'm going to try to put some of my pieces over there. And it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. So, okay, beloveds. Wow. Okay, great. Yes, it was a true process to push through. Yeah. But I learned so much. I wouldn't be who I am today without it. I wouldn't be who I am today without it. Okay, y'all. Listen up. I'm going to go on and get on off of here. Thank you for being with me through this 3-part series. I really do appreciate it. We're going to put this all together into a playlist that we can go back to. And I'm very excited about that. In the description box below, toodles, Miss Tawanda. In the description box below, you'll find ways to work with me. I am doing coaching now, spiritual coaching, spiritual life coaching, whatever you wish to call it, awakening coaching, healing coaching. So that's out on the website. Energy work is still out on the website. And thank you, Neek. And also the link to the spiritual conference page is out on my website as well. So do March 8th through, well, hello, Jasmine. We're just wrapping up, baby. March 8th through the 10th, right here in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm having my inaugural spiritual conference, Propel into Purpose. I want us to move in 2019 like none other. Get into your purpose. Come there. We're going to talk about energy healing. We're going to have energy healing sessions. You'll get your Reiki 1 attunement. I'm going to help show you how to set up either your a regular business and or it's the same principle, a spiritual practice. We'll have morning yoga, meditation. It is going to be wonderful. It is going to be wonderful. So go check it out. Thank you, Neek. Go check it out on my website. The promo video is on YouTube. And if you have any questions, just email me. All right, guys. For those of you that are doing the 7-day meditation challenge, meet me in the morning right here, 6:30 a.m. Central, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Day 2 is tomorrow morning. Don't feel bad. You can listen to day 1 or just meditate, whenever. If you need to meditate later, that's cool. But do click that like button on that meditation and let me know that you're with us. Everybody else, I'm going to see y'all in the morning. And we're going to meditate together. All right? Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys dearly. Namaste. Bye.